It's 6 o'clock, and on this Friday night, we are counting down the days until the 110th running of the Indianapolis 500.
There's the countdown clock, 8 days, 18 hours, and 44 minutes away from the green flag. Cars are out on the track right now for this Fast Friday after the rain delayed practice this morning.
Yes, IndyCar making the decision that they were going to extend practice, doing so an extra hour. That way, the drivers would have more time on the track today. Dom joins us live from the Speedway tonight with some of the action that he's seen. Hey, Dom.
Hello. Yes, we will never say no to more time out on track, especially when we're talking about Fast Friday. Yes, we were delayed for a bit, like 2 hours this morning, but never denied, got out on track, and it's been a busy track today as the temperature has warmed up a little bit here. The sun's peeking out here at the Speedway, and there's been some really good action out on track. Pagoda Plaza is a great place to be. I would highly recommend it. All these fans out here excited to see what these machines can do ahead of qualifying. One guy who's been as consistent as a metronome, that would be the defending champ, Alex Palou. He's the gold standard in the sport right now, looking to go back-to-back and add to what has been an unreal 2-year stretch for him and Chip Ganassi Racing. Palou spoke this morning answering the question, does winning last year give you more confidence ahead of the 110th running?
Zero. Yeah, I don't think it carries much. Do I feel super happy? And I think we did a great job last year, absolutely. But unfortunately, it doesn't really give us any advantage this year. I think there's been so many drivers that been in the fight already, like towards the last stint, that it's not that you can say, oh yeah, you have so much experience on that fight. I think probably 20 drivers or 25 drivers in the grid have been in the fight for the win in the last stint. So I feel really comfortable, really happy about what happened last year, but unfortunately, I think this year it's going to be a whole lot different.
Said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. It is a deep field here ahead of the 110th round of the Indianapolis 500. A lot of drivers can win this thing. Alex Palou, certainly one of them. Felix Rosenquist has had a fast day. He's top of the charts right now. Scott McLaughlin, Alexander Rossi will have a fast 5 for you tonight at 11 as practice extends through 7 o'clock. We'll be live with you at 6:30 on WTHR Plus. So any way you want it, we got it for you from Fast Friday. Send it back to you.
All right, extra time for you at the track. That's a good day. All right, thank you, Dom. Appreciate it. We've got you covered as we get closer to race day. Want to remind you that Carb Day is a week from today.
Yes, we're going to have Dustin and Felicia out there with all the fun, the Wiener races, and we got the parade the next day. You can watch that on Channel 13 on Saturday. I'm going to be there with Angela, Dom, Eli, and Matt Standridge, and we're going to keep you up to date on all your pre-race and post-race coverage news the day of the race, which is May 24th.
I can't believe it's next weekend. This weekend, of course, we have to focus on qualifying, and if you are headed to the track tomorrow for qualifying, take the rain gear and expect at least some delays. There will be scattered showers and thunderstorms and temperatures in the 70s Saturday at the track. We're in the 60s and 70s right now. 70s on the map where we have some sunshine. 71 Greencastle, 73 Bloomington, 72 degrees in Bedford. If you're coming downtown to root on our fever at Gamebridge, that's a 7:30 tip, and we're still expecting temperatures to go up a few degrees and be in the range of 65 to 70 for several hours early this evening. Future Track 13 early tomorrow morning. There will be some dry time early in the day, a passing shower between 7 a.m. and noon. Unfortunately, those scattered showers and thunderstorms become a bit more numerous with daytime heating as we get into the afternoon and evening hours. I'm going to continue the timeline and talk about a warmer Sunday in the weekend forecast.
Thank you, Angela. Tonight, a man is officially facing charges for allegedly shooting an IMPD officer in the arm.
This happened last Friday night near 62nd and Central in Broad Ripple. Tonight, our Ashton Hackman read through the court documents and shares what police now believe led to that gunfire.
And those court documents allege that an argument over a group sexual encounter led to a fight and 911 call, bringing IMPD officers to this stretch of Washington Boulevard.
A woman told police that she was hanging with 24-year-old Victor Garcia Lopez and her landlord Friday night. Court docs at one point say Garcia Lopez asked for sex. The woman said she asked the landlord to leave so she could talk to Garcia Lopez. And that's when he allegedly attacked them. The woman called police saying Garcia Lopez killed someone.
There was a frantic female caller stating her roommate victim and their landlord got into a fight. She stated the male killed the landlord and he took her firearm. EMS will be staging.
When police showed up and tried to detain him, they say Garcia Lopez pulled a gun.
333.
An IMPD officer was hit in the arm. Another officer returned fire.
Police action shooting.
Police action shooting.
On Friday, IMPD identified the officer who fired his weapon as 11-year patrol officer Brandon Hyatt. Hyatt was placed on administrative leave pending review of the shooting. The officer shot was released from the hospital the day after the shooting. Garcia Lopez is now facing 10 felony charges, including 2 counts of attempted murder, burglary, criminal confinement, and 2 counts of intimidation.
IMPD tells me that Garcia Lopez remains in the hospital. He is scheduled to have an initial hearing when he is released from the hospital. Right now, a hearing is scheduled for May 20th. In Broad Ripple, Ashton Hackman, 13 News.
IMPD is not releasing the name of the police officer who was shot. He is considered a victim and a witness in the criminal case. The Critical Incident Response Team and the Marion County Prosecutor's Office continues their review. Tonight at 6, the Madison County prosecutor says he won't file murder charges against the Anderson man who's accused of killing a father and son.
Our Samantha Johnson is in Madison County with the new details here.
Prosecutor Cummings tells me there is credible evidence the killings were self-defense, and he says he does not have enough to argue otherwise. This happened on May 9th when the man says he was attacked by father and son Cody and Rodney Ryle at their home.
He's on his back with 2 men on top of him. He pulls a knife out of his pocket and stabs one.
The son died. His father, according to Cummings, went to find a weapon and attacked that man again.
He says he was on the ground and was shooting up. The projectiles have not been located. If he had been on top of the deceased, then we'd have a case.
2 men dead and no charges against the man who allegedly did it. Cummings says it's been years since he's seen a case like this.
I get it. I get it. But everybody has the right to defend themselves. I wish they had called the police instead of taking matters into their own hands. We would have a much different outcome today.
Now, Cummings tells me this decision was based solely on the evidence he has right now, and he says this case could be reviewed again in the future if need be. In Madison County, Samantha Johnson, 13 News.
Our weather pattern is heating up. 80s arrive this weekend. Just how long they stick around in the 7-day.
The Indiana Fever back home tonight, looking to make it 2 in a row.
We hear from head star Caitlin Clark ahead of the big matchup.
And the sunshine has returned. The cottonwood is drifting through the air here in Broad Ripple. We'll give you more sights from the Broad Ripple Arts Fair coming up.